Hey everyone, I'm Sison, and today we're doing an unboxing of the Sony A77 Mark II. The Sony A77 Mark II is Sony's top-of-the-line APS-C size sensor for the A-mount system and has a few new features from its predecessors, such as a newly developed 24 megapixel sensor, a Bionic X processor, Wi-Fi NFC connectivity, and most importantly, a new 79-point autofocus system that sport and wildlife photographers are going to find very useful. And all of that in the same design. Actually, it's pretty much the same design as the previous A77. So if you had the vertical grip for the previous A77, this is going to be compatible with the A77 Mark II. So that's pretty cool to have, but enough of me bragging. Let's go ahead and see what's in the box, and at the end of the video, I'll give you my first impressions. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. As you can see, I have the body only version. So you can see a picture of the camera itself, A77 Mark II. On this side, there's just little bits of information, and you've got some barcodes. And on this side, you have a whole lot of information. So all the features of the camera, so still using translucent mirror technology, 24 megapixels, 12 frames per second shooting. At the bottom here, you can see that it takes approximately 480 shots if you're using the LCD screen, or 410 if you're using the electronic viewfinder. And over here, you have the supplied accessories. As we turn it around again, we have some optional accessories that you can possibly purchase for your camera. And yeah, all right. So first thing we have is a few manuals, booklets, and you've got a little pamphlet here for all your lenses, and I guess some accessories that you can purchase with your camera. Got a nice strap for the A77 Mark II. And as usual, there's a whole lot of power adapters for different countries. So if you're traveling, that's going to be very handy for you. But for me, I'm just getting a whole pile of different adapters for different countries. So that's another power cord, and you got your USB cable. Another power cord or adapter. And you have an external battery charger. And of course, you have the battery itself. So it's an M-type battery, pretty much the same as all of Sony's other cameras, A-mount cameras, except for the entry-level ones, I think. Okay. And here we have the A77 Mark II. So here's just a closer look at the camera. The most noticeable difference, other than the badge that says A77 Mark II, is that there is no AF assist lamp anymore. So I don't know why Sony took it out. I'm guessing they are wholly relying on the new autofocus system. I won't mention anything now, but we'll see how that goes in the review. Over here you have your depth of field preview button, focus switch, lens release button, and you have a little infrared port for the remote. Turning it around, you have your NFC tag for one-touch pairing for a smartphone or a tablet, and under here you have your SD card slot. Unfortunately, it's a single SD card slot. I don't mind. Some people do. It's all good. Anyway, you have your button layout here. Very customizable. You got your custom button here. You got a few somewhere else. and you have a 3-inch tilting flexible LCD screen, so you can do selfies with this. Not that you could if you wanted to. And yeah, so very flexible. You can turn it and flip it. I'm gonna close it up actually. No touchscreen, but very flexible. Of course, you have your electronic viewfinder. It's a 2.4 million dot. I'm curious to see how it fares in regards to lag, but we'll take a look in the review. Over here, you have quite a few different ports. So you have your DC in, you've got your, what is this? Your multi-interface port, mini HDMI, mic input. I really wish that they would have included a port for your headphones or anything to monitor the sound, but that's okay. There is also a remote and a flash sync port too. So all the things that you would need in the top of the range camera. Over here, you got your top LCD screen, shutter button, on and off switch, and a few more buttons here. And of course, you have your microphone and your multi-interface shoe and your your mode dial. And at the bottom, you have your tripod mount and your battery door for your M-type battery. That's a quick tour around the camera. So that was my unboxing of the Sony A77 Mark II. I hope you found that useful, what you can expect in the box, and hope you found the quick tour of the camera a bit useful. But for my first impressions, I'm a bit disappointed that there is no AF assist lamp. It did help me focus in low light conditions, and I reserve my judgment for the review, but we'll see how the focusing holds up in darker conditions as well as bright conditions, of course. I know some people would be a bit disappointed that there's no twin card slots. For me, like I said, not a big problem, but for sports and wildlife photographers maybe, or even portrait photographers, they probably would have found that a bit useful, having twin SD card slots. For me, myself, I wish that Sony would have included the audio jack for me to monitor sound quality, especially since Sony are targeting this camera as a enthusiast camera for videographers. So not a huge problem, but there are workarounds. Other than that, I love the feel. Very good in the hand, especially for medium to large hands. Can be very accommodating. If you had the A77, the previous version, you're going to be well acquainted with this. It's virtually the same camera, same design camera. Oh, and of course you do have tethering support now. So for the people that had the A77, you can upgrade to this one if you want to. I don't think it's worth it just for tethering, but hopefully Sony does update the A77 to give you guys tethering. But yeah, otherwise that is my first impressions of the camera. If you found it useful, click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more Sony camera reviews and tutorials. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more photo updates. Now until then, happy shooting and thanks for watching.